ẹ̀yin tèmi ní UK ọlọ́run ọba mi òkè tó jẹ́ kẹ́ wà ní UK tẹ́ fi ń wò òkè tó jẹ́ pé ogun àwọ̀ òkè tí ò fi ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yín ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní US ọlọ́run ọba mi òkè ò jẹ́ kẹ́ wà useless ẹ wá wà useful lórí ètò tá a ti jọ máa ń jẹ gbádùn àṣà àti ṣe Yorùbá gbogbo ìgbà ládùúgbò ọ̀rọ̀ mídòdò náà lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ orúkọ tèmi ò yípadà ọmọ yín àbúrò yín olólùfẹ́ yín ní mi Ọláolúwa ọmọ àdúrójà WWIP Worldwide Inspiration Presenter bàbá olóyè titun BAW bàbá amáṣàwùnì of Africa olúàyàn ló ń kí yín àfijọ́ onílù àfàràsọ ojúbọ̀kan ìlú kan ìlú bàbá ìbò ni ilé ń kọ́ ọ̀dẹ̀ òdùn bí torí bọ́ọ̀dẹ̀ ò bá dùn bí ìgbẹ́ nílùú rí lábala tètò ìwà náà látúwà ń bẹ̀ digbí lábala àsìkò òwe igun a àti igun b ṣe é gbàgbé ńgbà tá a bá kúrò lábala àsìkò òwe tán láàwà bọ́ sábàlá tá à ń pè ní abala parí òwe ìtẹ́yìn bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ òwe níbẹ̀ náà lẹ́tì láǹfààní láti máa parí àwọn òwe tá a bá mú wá lọ́jọ́ ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ nílé iṣẹ́ Abntv Houston la wà lórílẹ̀‐èdè Amẹ́ríkà ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ wọ́n àtàn yín abala tá a fi ń kásẹ̀ gbogbo rẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ náà labala ìròyìn òṣèré mo tún ti dì í mú yín mo múra ètò yìí bí ìgbà tọkọ ìyàwó múra tó ń lọ ilé àná rẹ̀ mo dírè ètò yìí bí ìgbà tí jagunjagun di rogun ẹ wo ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ bá wọn ròde ìbànújẹ́ ibi ìdùnnú là ń bá lù ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́rin ká gbọ́ lù ká wá gbọ́ lù ká gbórin kí dùndún ó dún ká wá kíra wa kú ètò òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ ètò ń tẹ̀sọ́wọ́ wájú ẹ̀kú kalẹ̀ máa bí tó bọ̀.
ẹ̀rọ mi ìrọ̀rùn lọ́bẹ̀ máa yí.
Bóyá náà.
ẹ̀rọ mi ìrọ̀rùn lọ́bẹ̀ máa yí.
Ẹbí mi kọ́ pé mo lówó. No be my power, say I buy house yo.
ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń sinmi.
Ẹbí mi kọ́ pé mo lọ́lá o. Olúwa ló fún mi lọ́mọ o.
ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń sinmi.
Na Jehovah dey bless me o. Make you no hate me. I no get your time o.
bàbá ńlá níwájú ẹlẹ́gàn.
Na Baba God dey bless me o. Make you no hate me. I no get your time o.
bàbá ńlá níwájú ẹlẹ́gàn.
Oh na 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 na. Mo ga ju ayé lọ o.
Bọ́gá
Ẹ ò lè rí mi mú. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lọ́lọ́run mi. Ẹyẹ ń ṣe tèmi à. I'm higher than the world.
bọ́gá
Don't go get me o. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ́lẹ́dàá mi. Ẹyẹ ń ṣe tèmi à.
make I live my life.
Instead, make you dey pray. You dey carry my gist around o.
ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń sinmi.
Instead, make you dey work yo. You dey carry my matter around o.
ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń sinmi.
Na Jehovah dey bless me o. Make you no dey hate me o. I no get your time o.
bàbá ńlá níwájú ẹlẹ́gàn.
Olúwa dey bless me o. Make you no dey hate me o. I no get your time o.
bàbá ńlá níwájú ẹlẹ́gàn.
Oh na 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 na. Mo ga ju ayé lọ o.
bọ́gá
Ẹ ò lè rí mi mú. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lọ́lọ́run mi. Ẹyẹ ń ṣe tèmi à. I'm higher than the world.
bọ́gá
Don't go get me o. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ́lẹ́dàá mi. Ẹyẹ ń ṣe tèmi à.
make I live my life.
ẹ káàbọ̀ lábala tá a pè ní abala àsìpọ̀ òwe abala àsìpọ̀ òwe tòní tó bá jẹ́gun ha lẹ́wà ẹ̀jẹ̀ mọ̀ tó bá sì jẹ́gun bí lẹ́wà ẹ̀jẹ̀ mọ̀ lábala igun ha á sọ èwo ní í sí àsìkò òwe tẹ́yìn bá wá faramọ́ pé igun ha ní í sí àsìkò òwe ẹ kàn sọ pé alàgbàjì lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá látòrí orílẹ̀-èdè báyìí tó bá jẹ́ ní Cairo ní Egypt lẹ́ ti pè wá ẹ kọ síbẹ̀ ká lè ká lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ pẹ́yìn lẹ̀ síbẹ̀ tẹ̀ mú igun wọn tó bá sì jẹ́ pé New York lẹ́wà tàbí California ẹ̀yà tètè kọbi tẹ́ ẹ wà sí tójú orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lẹ́wà tó jẹ́ Accra ní Ghana lẹ́tí mo lè ṣe Abntv ẹ wo kò síbi tẹ́ ẹ dúró sí tẹ́ ẹ ti wò wá bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ wò wá ní Google àwa ń bẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ wò wá ní WhatsApp ní àwa ń bẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ bá tún wá fẹ́ wò wá Facebook gan ẹ bá Abntv ń bẹ̀ ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ tún wá wò wá ní online gbogbo ẹ̀ náà la wà ẹnìkan sì ń sọ pé kò síbi tí wọ́n ti ọwọ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ irin wò dé ohun ọlọ́run bá mi òkè ló ṣe lè ṣe Abntv bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ wá gbọ́ dáadáa ẹ gbọ́ dáadáa igun rèé erin kú mọ̀ngúdú fi jẹ ẹfọ̀n kú mọ̀ngúdú fi jẹ igun hánu kí ni mọ̀ngúdú gan àwọn kan wá sọ pé kì í ṣe mọ̀ngúdú pé nàngúdù ni tí gbàgbéǹgbà tá a máa ń ka ajá bí bàtà èèjò ẹyẹ fífìlà ńgbà tá a débì kan ní nàngúdù ṣe ìgbàgbé yín yànmùyánmú ẹnìkan wá ní àsìkò òwe ni pé erin kú mọ̀ǹgúdú fi jẹ ẹ̀fọn kú mọ̀ǹgúdú fi jẹ wọ́n ní nàǹgúdù ni bó bá jẹ́ pé nàǹgúdù ni bó jẹ́ mọ̀ǹgúdú ẹ gbọ́ erin kú mọ̀ǹgúdú fi jẹ egun hánù ajẹ́pẹ́ ìgbà pé kì í ṣe àsìkò òwe tó wá sì wá jẹ́ pé erin kú nàǹgúdù fi jẹ ajẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin gbà wípé nàǹgúdù gangan ni kì í ṣe àsìkò òwe igun bí lẹ́yìn fì sí igun wọlé wá fì sí lọ́sẹ̀ yìí ṣégun bí ni àbígun há igun há ni àbígun bí erin kú mọ̀ǹgúdú fi jẹ tẹ́ bá sọ pé alàgbà lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá láti orílẹ̀-èdè báyìí báyìí wọ́n ti gbà pé lóòótọ́ ẹ̀yin gbà wípé nàǹgúdú ni ó fi jẹ ẹfọ̀n kú mọ̀ǹgúdú fi jẹ ẹnìkan ní mọ̀ǹgúdú yìí tiẹ̀ ń jẹun lọ́pọ̀ nígbà tí erin kú tí mọ̀ǹgúdú fi jẹ tẹ́fọ̀n kú tí mọ̀ǹgúdú fi jẹ tó bá ti wà jẹ́ igun bí ilẹ̀ wà á jẹ́ pé erin kú nàǹgúdú fi jẹ ẹfọ̀n kú nàǹgúdú fi jẹ kí ni wọ́n pè ní nàǹgúdú gan odidi oṣù kan láfijọ́ pé ẹ̀wọ̀ egun tẹ́ ẹ bá wà ẹ mọ̀ pé òfin kan wà lórílẹ̀ ètò tá a ń ṣe yìí òfin tá a máa ń ṣe ni wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti múgun hálẹ̀ kan tẹ́ ẹ dárúkọ yín ẹ mọ́ gbìyànjú láti múgun bí o adúpẹ́ ìyá Diwúrà Akíntọ̀ǹdé ìyá Elin Ìsúnẹ̀yẹ ọmọ Diwúrà tẹ́ wà lórílẹ̀‐èdè Amẹ́ríkà ní Texas ní Houston ẹ kò kéré òkò délé àǹtí mi Yínká Atans mo kí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni mo ń kí Veronica ayáfálẹ̀yẹ mọ̀ kú ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ìyá Bello mo kí yín o ní Houston náà ní Texas ni wọ́n ọmọ Bọ́láńlé ìyá Insurance mo kí yín Akínbáyọ̀ bàbá àṣà ọ̀rẹ́ Akin Ògúnbíyì mo kí gbogbo yín o gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ti ń pè wá pé àmọ̀rí yín láfẹ́fẹ́ bó ló ti jẹ́ bó ló ti ṣe ẹ̀tù tí ń wò wá náà nu nǹkan kò ní gbogbo wa ṣe o adúpẹ́ kó lè dùn kó lè kí gbogbo lè kàn sí náà ló fi jẹ́ pé a fi wádìí àwọn nǹkan kan nípa ètò àṣà lọ fún ìgbà díẹ̀ ẹ wọ́n jẹ́ tàn yín lórí ètò tẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ fún tòní àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbádùn ara wa náà nu igun wọlé wà bó bá sì jẹ́ parí òwe yìí lẹ fẹ́ bá wa dá sí lábala àsìkò òwe àti parí òwe ẹgbẹ́ òwe nǹkan ẹ̀ tó fi àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ yín ránṣẹ́ ọkọ fowó ọbẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ó rojú kókó ìyàwó náà gbowó ọbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọkọ ó sùkúrú ẹnu kí ni parí rẹ̀ ẹ ló mẹ́rin dání ọkọ ń gbà tí ó fowó ọbẹ̀ lẹ̀ fún ìyàwó rẹ̀ nù ilé sí ló rojú ẹ̀ ìyá alákọ̀ọ́yọ́ ya gbowó ọbẹ̀ yìí ìyàwó náà tí ó gbowó ọbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọkọ ẹ mú wá bẹ́ẹ̀ bá mú wá ọkọ fowó ọbẹ̀ lẹ̀ sí ló rojú kókó ìyàwó tí ó gbowó ọbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọkọ òun náà sùkúrú ẹnu kí ni kẹta bẹ́ẹ̀ bá gbà á àwọn èèyàn fún yín látẹ̀wọ́ pé ìnà ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ gbóúnjẹ fẹ́pẹ́ tẹ́ gbà wọ́pọ̀ ẹ gbọ́ dáadáa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí parí òwe tẹ́ láǹfààní. lórí ètò yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti ń gbọ́ ojú òpó mi ti ń lọ lórí ẹ̀rọ móhùnmáwòrán yín lẹ́ láǹfààní láti pè mí sí lẹ́yìn ètò tẹ́sì fi àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ yín ránṣẹ́ sí wípé ọkọ fowó ọbẹ̀ lẹ̀ ó rojú kókó ìyàwó gbowó ọbẹ̀ ó sùkúrú ẹnu kí ni parí rẹ̀ Ọláolú ọmọ àdúrójà WWIP World Registration Presenter ìmísí elédùà ni mò ń lò lórí ètò ẹ wo lórí ètò fún tòní àjọjẹ gbádùn ara wa bí kò wá sí nǹkan ẹjẹ gbọ́nrin ká gbọ́lù ká dáwọ́ ọdún ní ètò ń tẹ̀sọ́wọ́ wọ́jẹ́ máa jẹ gbádùn ètò.
kọ́kọ́rọ́ wájà sánú ó ní ọ̀dọ̀ wájà sánú olórí bẹ̀rẹ̀ tèmi ẹ lè kọ́ mu lórí ìfẹ́ tí a ní. Because it's the day that the Lord has made. I want God join together. I'm on a to carry go. Glory, your love is my love. Let me let you one. Me or you talk to one. Turn water to wine. Welcome to my party. Get the invitation. All the mommy, daddy. We are moving to position. Spray us all the money. Dancing with my honey. Spray the money where. Spray the money where. Gbọ́dọ̀ láyé my one and only o láyé ìfẹ́ tí a ní gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ sọnù ó ní ọ̀dọ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ sọnù lórí bẹ̀rẹ̀ tèmi ẹ lè fọ́ọ̀mù rẹ̀ ìfẹ́ tí a ní. Way that you are spraying VFCC cash you grab somebody you cause this bedroom on fire touch somebody baby now I tension go shock you I know my single bubbles I'm looking for complexion I know my single ladies I want to catch the flower identify your bubble watching by the corner as I tune into your FM I don't feel change the station where for the money wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ láyé.
lórí ètò ládùúgbò ọ̀rọ̀ Mèremídòdò náà lẹ́wà tí n bá sọ pé ládùúgbò ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ sọ pé Mèremídòdò tí n bá sọ pé Mèremídòdò ẹ sọ pé àṣà wa gan nítorí pé àṣà àti ṣe Yorùbá là ń gbé ga lórí ètò yìí àṣà wa àti ṣe wa kò kúkú ní parun lórí ètò ládùúgbò ọ̀rọ̀ fún títọ̀sẹ̀ yìí mo ti mọ̀ wípé igun A àti igun B ti yéwé ilé ìtẹ́ẹ̀mù igun A rèé ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ ń tàn yín erin kú mọ̀ngúdú fi jẹ ẹ̀fọn kú mọ̀ngúdú fi jẹ ẹgbọ́ igun àrùn dáadáa ṣé àsìkò òwe ni àbí ìsàsìkò òwe erin kú mọ̀ngúdú fi jẹ ẹ̀fọn kú mọ̀ngúdú fi jẹ igun B rèé erin kú nàngúdù fi jẹ ẹ̀fọn kú nàngúdù fi jẹ kí ni nàngúdù kí ni mọ̀ngúdú torí pé àsìsọ èdè ní máa ń fa àsìpọ̀ òwe ẹ̀já dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ Abntv pé iléeṣẹ́ yóò ní wọlé àwọn tó ń so nígbọ̀wọ́ ètò òkè lọ́wọ́ àfúnni ń gbé lókèlókè lẹ́ẹ̀ máa lọ ẹ̀ ní rí dààmú ayé lágbára Elédùà nítorí pé ẹ̀yin lẹ jẹ́ kí àṣà àti ṣe Yorùbá kó máa wo gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè tó yẹ kó wọ̀ tí n bá sọ gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè tí wọ́n ti ń fi àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ ránṣẹ́ sí wa lórí ètò yìí onígbọ̀wọ́ ló lè to ètò lórí onígbọ̀wọ́ ẹ wá ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ ètò yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbódìdí 30 ṣẹ́jú kí ló ti ń ṣèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ sì wá mú abala kan bẹ̀ kí ló ti ń ṣèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ pè mí lẹ́yìn ètò orí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ mi ti ń lọ lórí ẹ̀rọ mọ̀máwòrán yín lẹ́ láǹfààní láti pè mí sí bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ pé igun halẹ̀ mú tàbí ẹ fẹ́ so nígbọ̀wọ́ ẹ fẹ́ kéde ayẹyẹ ilé ìjọsìn yín lẹ́sìn nǹkan lẹ fẹ́ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ tàbí pé ẹ ti ẹ̀ ṣe ọdún àṣà kan lù yín lẹ fẹ́ jẹ́ ká bá yín lọ bẹ̀ ká lọ mú àǹfààní wà ó ẹ pè wá sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ mi ti ń lọ lórí ẹ̀rọ mọ̀máwòrán yín ẹ má jẹ́ wá tàn yín ẹ gbọ́ dáadáa parí òwe tọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ọkọ fowó ọbẹ̀ lẹ̀ ó rojú kókó ìyàwó gbowó ọbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọkọ ó sùkú ẹnu ẹ ti mọ̀ bọ́kọ sí rojú àti gbéyàwó ò sì tẹ́jú owó ọbẹ̀ lóṣòro ìyá alágbẹ́já gbowó ọbẹ̀ yìí o gbowó ọbẹ̀ gbowó ọbẹ̀ ẹ rí bó ṣe ṣe nígbà tí ìyá alágbẹ́já náà ó gbowó ọbẹ̀ ẹ bá mú owó ọbẹ̀ jọ ẹni ṣe dùnúnù àbíjà ọkọ fowó ọbẹ̀ lẹ̀ ó rojú kókó ìyàwó gbowó ọbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọkọ ó sùkú ẹrun kí ni ìparí rẹ̀ ẹ wò ó kó tó di pé a máa dìgbàdàgbọ̀n jẹ́ ń bọ́ sábàlá tá a pè ní ìròyìn òṣèré nítorí pé panúdà láàrùn kó panúdà láàrùn àdá á pọ̀ náà rẹ̀ nídàá àbúlàdà sí ọ̀rìn ẹnu jẹ́ ń panúdà bọ́ sábàlá tá a pè ní ìròyìn òṣèré tá a fi ń kásì ètò nílẹ̀ ẹ kú kalẹ̀.
All the party wey dem dey do for Lagos City na there wey you go find the money receipt. She no dey carry last yo, she no dey gree. Gèlè lọ síbi ìyàwó Dádì Sùlíyà wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣayé wọ́n ti dé fìlà pé ká lọ jayé wọ́n jà wọn láwọn tún lọ ṣayé wọ́n pè Sunny Adé wọ́n pè Bàdó èyí tún lè gan o wọ́n ní ìjọ tí mo jó lánàá ayé tí mo jẹ lọ́jọ́ yẹn o onílù ṣàmà rọra o ìjọ tí fẹ́ wọ́n wọ́ra o. Ẹbí lọ síbi ìyàwó Dádì Sùlíyà wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣayé wọ́n ti dé fìlà pé ká lọ jayé wọ́n jà wọ́n lá wọ́n mu champagne wọ́n pe chief commander wọ́n wá pé èyí tún lè gan o wọ́n ní ìjọ tí mo jó lánàá o.
ẹ káàbọ̀ sábàlẹ̀ ìròyìn òṣèré tí mo fi máa ń sọ fún wa pé etí ọba lè tí ọba lóko kí ni wọ́n ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ ìròyìn òṣèré ni bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan bá ń sọ fún yín lágbègbè tẹ́ wà pé Wàsíù Àyìndé ẹjẹ́ mọ̀ kó ti sí iléeṣẹ́ búrẹ́dì àti tíì ẹ̀mọ́ jẹ́ ń tàn yín lórí ètò ládùúgbò ọ̀rọ̀ lábala ìròyìn òṣèré láti ń já wọn sí ẹ̀mí wọn sọ pé Òbésèré Gowon Estate ló mọ̀ ń gbé nísìnyí ẹ wà lórílẹ̀‐èdè tẹ́ wà ẹ sì máa mọ tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin àwọn òṣèré tíátà àwọn onífújì àwọn oníjùjú àwọn òṣèré káàkiri ilẹ̀ Yorùbá káríkárí ilẹ̀ máa mọ tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wọn wá nǹkan fìdílé tàbí kẹ́ fìdílé nǹkan ìròyìn òṣèré ẹ já gbọ́ kókó ìròyìn òṣèré fún títọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ẹ wò ó ẹ yá ṣọ́ra yín o ẹ má kó ń bá àní ẹ má kó bá mi bíbélì mi ló fi yé mi pé sá fún ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ láti kékeré mi ni mo mọ̀ tí ń sá fún ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ pásítọ̀ mọ̀ ní mí èmi àtẹ̀ṣẹ̀ à ń jọ ń ṣeré rárá ta ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀? Ọdúnládé Adékọ́lá onítíátà ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, èmi kọ́. Àjíta tí wèrè ní tèkúté ilé o, a sùn paradà báyìí ní ti gé àjà. Ìràwé ìdájọ́ ọlẹ̀ kó sùnke Lateef Adédìméjì ó yá máa bọ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà, tètè yá kúò lórílẹ̀‐èdè California tó wà. Èmi kọ́ àwọn olólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ ni wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sí. Àwísùbìláì àǹtí Wàsílát Coded tẹ́ ẹ pera yín mùsùlùmí òdodo, aṣọ tẹ́ ẹ wọ̀ yìí wọ́n ní ò mọ̀ bójúmu tó o. Ní orúkọ Jésù, Ọlọ́run tí ń pa bí idà tí ń sọ bí dire, ọba tó sọ nínú ìwé mímọ́ pé gbé àkéte rẹ̀ kó o sì máa rìn. Lórúkọ Jésù, láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà ẹ̀yin náà gbé àkéte yín tẹ́ ẹ sì máa rìn, tó fi jẹ́ pé gbogbo àgbáńlá ayé ni wọ́n bá yín fìlùfíjú àti tùgbà yín bàbá. Àwọn olólùfẹ́ Yínká Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ ọba tùǹgá gospel ni wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sí. Èmi kọ́, ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ìròyìn òṣèré ní sísẹ̀ntẹ̀lé. Ẹ wò ó, ẹ yá ṣọ́ra yín o, àní ẹ mọ́ kó ń bá èmi kọ́, ẹ mọ́ kó ń bá ẹ mọ́ tiẹ̀ kó bá mi. Gbajúmọ̀ òṣèré tíátà ilẹ̀ Ọdúnládé Adékọ́lá ló ṣe àwàdà kan lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá. Ó ní tóun bá ti rí ọyàn tó tóbi dáadáa, òun máa ń dijú mọ́ orí òun nì, tóun ò sì ní lajú mọ́ rárá. Ó ní torí pé pásítọ̀ lòun ló pèrè fíìmù kan tí wọ́n pe àkọlé rẹ̀ ní Àbẹ̀kẹ́, èyí tí wọn kò ní pẹ́ gbé jáde ní ọdún ti bá òṣèré tíátà míì ya fọ́tò. Níbẹ̀ ni Monday ọmọ àdúgbò ti tẹjú mọ́ ọyàn ọlọ́yàn ilé tí ọmọbìnrin ọ̀hún gbé wá sí òpèrè. Nígbà tí fọ́tò yìí jáde síta ní ọdún bẹ̀rẹ̀ àlàyé. Ó ní kí àwọn èèyàn má ro ọkàn lọ síbi tí wọ́n rò lọ. Ó ní torí pásítọ̀ lòun, ó ní tóun bá ti fojú rí igbá àyè obìnrin ṣe lòun máa ń sáré dijú mọ́rí pátápátá, nítorí ó lè ṣàkóbá fóun àti fún iṣẹ́ pásítọ̀ tóun ṣe. Èyí làwọn olólùfẹ́ ọdún rí tí wọ́n fi ń sọ pé kì í yé pa èèyàn lẹ́rìn pẹ̀lú oríṣiríṣi àrà tó ti dá. Wọ́n ní fọ́tò tí àwọn ń wò yìí kedere lójú Ọdúnládé Adékọ́lá wà níbi tó tẹjú mọ́ níbi ọyàn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni. Ló bá dá wọn lóhùn ní ẹ wò ó, ẹ ṣọ́ra yín o, ẹ mọ́ kó ń bá o, àní ẹ mọ́ kó bá mi. Bíbélì mi ló sọ fún mi pé sá fún ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Láti ìgbà tí mo ti wà kékeré ni mo sì ti sá fún ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Pásítọ̀ ni mí, mi ò wá nǹkan tó máa bàṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ mi jẹ́. Ẹgbọ́ta ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, Ọdúnládé Adékọ́lá ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé tóun bá ti rí ọyàn ṣe ló máa ń dijú mọ́rí. Ìròyìn òṣèré ń tẹ̀sọ́wọ́ wájú. Ta tí wèrè ní tèkúté ilé, a sùn paradà báyìí ní ti gé àjà. Ẹ má jẹ́ tàn yín, ìràwé ìdájọ́ ọlẹ̀ kó sùnkè. Àwọn olólùfẹ́ Lateef Adédèjì tí wọ́n ṣàfẹ́rí rẹ̀ báyìí pẹ̀lú bí wọ́n ṣe ń sọ pé kó tètè fi orílẹ̀-èdè California tó wà sílẹ̀ báyìí kó máa padà bọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà. Ó pẹ́ díẹ̀ tí Lateef ti wà ní California tí wọ́n sì ní ó ń fún ara rẹ̀ nísinmi ni, ṣùgbọ́n ṣá làwọn tí wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní àwọn tí ń ṣàfẹ́rí rẹ̀ nínú fíìmù Yorùbá. Lọ́pọ̀ èèyàn tó mú òṣèré náà sọ pé èdè Ìgbò tó máa ń sọ pọ̀ mọ́ ti Yorùbá tó bá ti ń ṣe fíìmù ni àwọn fi fẹ́ràn rẹ̀ jùlọ. Àwọn kò sì rí wò mọ́ nínú àwọn fíìmù Yorùbá tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń jáde. Wọ́n ní Lateef ọjẹ́ tètè padà wálé, nítorí pé bá a bá pe ni ilé là ń wá. Àgbàdo tí ò wálé ó mọ̀ dúnra rẹ̀ lókè ó dúnra rẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Etí ta ti wèrè báyìí ní tèkúté ilé, a sùn paradà báyìí ní ti gé àjà. Ìràwé ìdájọ́ ọlẹ̀ kó sùnkè, ilé koko ń tagbé o, eré gègé báyìí ní ti pa gègé. Lateef Adédèjì ó yá máa bọ̀ láti orílẹ̀-èdè California kó wà kó máa bọ̀ Nàìjíríà kó wá máa ṣeré fún wa. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, àwọn olólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ ni wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sí. Àwísùbìláì àǹtí Wàsílát Coded tẹ́ ẹ pera yín ní mùsùlùmí òdodo. Àwọn olólùfẹ́ Abíọ́dún Adébímpé tí wọ́n tún pè ní Wàsílát Coded ni wọ́n ti ń bínú báyìí o. Wọ́n ní òṣèré náà kò mú ẹ̀sìn mùsùlùmí tí àwọn mọ̀ ní bàádà. Ó dá wọn lójú dọ́ba pé ó ti ń hu ìwà míì nínú fọ́tò kan tí Wàsílát gbé síta lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá, tó ti ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ tó fi ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ òṣèrébìnrin ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ eléyìí tí wọ́n pè ní Ọláríwájú síta, níbi tó sọ pé ọ̀rẹ́ mi ọ̀wọ́n, ó ṣé mo dúpẹ́ fún àdúrótì rẹ̀ ńgbà tí mo wà nílùú Dubai. Ó dàbí ẹni pé kì í ṣe ohun tó kọ yìí ló jẹ àwọn èèyàn lógún jùlọ, bí kò sí àṣà àti aṣọ tó wọ̀ tó fi gbé àṣà orílẹ̀-èdè wa tì. tó sì gbé ti àwọn ẹ̀yà míì wọ̀ tó fi jẹ́ pé gbogbo ikú Adébímpé ní aṣọ yìí fi hàn sóde. Àwọn olólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ wá ní àwísúbì láì àǹtí Wasilat Coded tẹ́ ẹ pera yín ní mùsùlùmí òdodo. Ẹ gbọ́ aṣọ tẹ́ ẹ wọ̀ yìí wọ́n ní òbójúmu tó kì í sásọ tèmi o aṣọ tí Wasilat Coded oní tíátà wọ̀ làwọn olólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Ọlọ́run tó ní gbé àkéte rẹ kó o sì máa rìn nínú ìwé mímọ́ ó mọ̀ gbé àkéte rẹ̀ ó sì ń rìn. Ẹ wò ó láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà ẹsẹ̀ yín méjèèjì ẹ fi rìn tẹ́ sì gbé àkéte yín tẹ́ sì máa rìn. Gbajúmọ̀ olórin tùngbàànì Yínká Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ ni àwọn olólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ ti wọlé àdúrà fún un báyìí pé láìpẹ́ Ọlọ́run yóò gbọ́ àdúrà rẹ̀ yóò sì lè fi ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ rìn. Ohun tó fà á kò ju fọ́tò kan tí Yínká gbé sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára lọ́jọ́rú Wẹ́ẹ̀sì ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá níbi tó ti rántí ìgbà tó ti ń fẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ méjèèjì dúró tó sì ń ṣe atukọ̀ ètò tí wọ́n pè ní MC. Yínká ní kò tíì pẹ́ jù fóun láti ṣèrántí àwọn ìgbà kan nínú ayé òun tí òun fi ẹsẹ̀ méjèèjì rìn. Ìdí nìyẹn tóun ṣe túlé kan fọ́tò yìí tó òun sì jù síta fún àwọn olólùfẹ́ òun. Èyí ni àwọn tiẹ̀ rí tí wọ́n fi àdúrà ránṣẹ́ sí olùdásílẹ̀ Tùngbà Gospel ọ̀hún. Wọ́n ní orúkọ Jésù Ọlọ́run tí ń pabidà sọ́bìrire, Ọlọ́run tó sọ pé gbé àkéte rẹ kó o sì máa rìn. Láìpẹ́ yìí alàgbà Yínká Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ ẹ gbé àkéte yín ẹ sì fi ẹsẹ̀ yín méjèèjì rìn. Gbogbo ayé gbogbo ènìyàn ní ó bá yín fi ìlú fijó àti tùngbà yín bàbá. Àwọn olólùfẹ́ Yínká Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ ni wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sí èmi kọ́. Tó adúpẹ́ o gbogbo èyí tẹ́ ẹ bá wa jẹ́ lábala ìròyìn òṣèré fún títọ̀sẹ̀ yìí lórí ètò Ládùúgbò ọ̀rọ̀. Àní rí jù báyìí lọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ pè mí lẹ́yìn ètò lẹ pé ṣe ayẹyẹ lórílẹ̀-èdè tẹ́ ẹ wà, ẹ fẹ́ ṣe ayẹyẹ nílùú yín, ẹ fẹ́ jẹ́ ká wá bá yín mu kán sì máa wò yín bí wọ́n ti ń wò wá yìí. Àǹfààní bẹ́ẹ̀ o ojú òpó ti ń lọ lórí ẹ̀rọ móhùnmáwòrán yín lẹ́yìn láǹfààní láti pè mí sí lẹ́yìn ètò. Orúkọ tèmi ò yípadà, ọmọ yín àbúrò yín olólùfẹ́ yín lèmi Ọláolúwa máa dúró jà WWIP Worldwide Inspiration Presenter bàbá olóyè titun BAW bàbá Masawu of Africa. Ojúmọ́ kan ìlú kan fídíò nílò àfàrànsọ́sẹ́ ìlú bàbá ìlú Olúàyàn ló ń dágbére fún yín lórí ètò Ládùúgbò ọ̀rọ̀ pé àtúnjọ sí kíni àfàyọ̀ pàdé ó ṣe kíni ó dàbọ̀.
To my one and only, now you be my hello band. In came your one in a million. Shout out to my baby honey, now you be my girl, you. They me your one in a billion. Aliman lo lọ́wọ́, ṣùgbọ́n àlàáfíà. Aliman nílé lórí, ayé wa dùn lórí. Aliman lo lọ́wọ́, ṣùgbọ́n nífọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Aliman nílé lórí o, òrèǹté no dey complain o. Ẹ bá mi kí o òrèǹté o, òrèǹté o. Yálà tún bá òrèǹté o, òrèǹté o. Ẹ bá mi kí o òrèǹté o, òrèǹté o. Yálà tún bá òrèǹté o, òrèǹté o. Ẹ bá mi kí o òrèǹté o, ìyàwó mi lòrèǹté.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 Eastern Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Passage of Petroleum Industry Bill tops 9th Senate priority list. Central Bank of Nigeria unfolds new lending policy. AFCFTA, Nigeria's decision to sign good for the economy, plus Securities and Exchange Commission amends operating framework for transmission of shares. Details of these and more will come your way on this edition of Business Express, reaching you from Abuja, the nation's capital. I am Amina Nujain. Welcome. The Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry has applauded the decision of President Muhammadu Buhari to sign the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement, describing the move as good for the Nigerian economy. The president of the chamber, Adetokunbo Kayode, said the organized private sector is in support of the agreement in view of its immense benefits to the Nigerian economy and its competitive market. He also explained that by signing the AFCFTA, the Nigerian economy is not in any way exposed to any economic or social hazards, since the pact had all the necessary safeguards against smuggling, dumping, and other risks. Meanwhile, in a bid to reduce the rising unclaimed dividends amounting to more than 70 billion naira, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has amended the draft on the operating framework for the transmission of shares from a deceased to the beneficiary. SEC, in an amended draft, said the Commission has reduced the timeline for the transmission of deceased shares from 3 weeks to 1 week to encourage beneficiaries of deceased investors to step up efforts to claim such dividends. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has taken further steps to ramp up growth in the Nigerian economy by directing commercial banks to maintain a minimum loan-to-deposit ratio of 60% effective from September 30, 2019. The Central Bank stated this in a letter addressed to all banks this week. The new minimum loan-to-deposit ratio would be subject to quarterly review. The minimum loan-to-deposit ratio was previously 80%. President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, has assured Nigerians and operators in the oil industry that the 9th Senate will conclude work on the Petroleum Industry Bill. He gave the assurance when he granted audience to the management of an oil company. Ignatius Unko has details.
The Petroleum Industry Bill, seen as key to the reforming of the oil industry in Nigeria, is one of the bills that has not been passed into law by the National Assembly.
Oil industry in Nigeria.
At this meeting, President of the Senate Ahmed Lawan sought the support of oil companies in reforming the sector. He also advised oil companies operating in the Niger Delta to improve on their corporate social responsibility.
So we have learned our lessons from the previous experiences, and going forward, we intend to start work on the petroleum industry bill as quickly as possible. This time around, we would like to work very closely with the executive arm of government, those who will be implementing the bill, but we would also like to have you on board as early as possible.
Senator Lawan also met with the forum of former members of the House of Representatives, led by former Speaker Umar Gali Naaba. during which he assured them of all-inclusive and stable parliament.
I feel that all of us are safe, but where there is a very unjustifiable deal, then we will always be there to ensure that the right thing is done, that justice prevails, and I can tell you that this is what the Ninth Senate stands for.
The legislature, if anything, has the quality to unite this country.
The president of the Senate also granted audience to the Niger Delta Youth Forum, during which he also pledged legislative intervention in addressing challenges in the Niger Delta region.
Participating countries in the Declaration of Cooperation have signed a charter to further strengthen what many describe as a high-level voluntary commitment to stabilize global oil markets. The 6th OPEC and non-OPEC ministerial meeting in Vienna, Austria, committed to continue proactive dialogue as they keep a close eye on the market to ensure stability. Energy correspondent Lydia Sampson has details.
The Declaration of Cooperation, experts say, constitutes an unprecedented milestone in the history of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. This is because for the first time ever in 2016, member countries of OPEC coordinated with 11 non-OPEC oil-producing countries in an effort to accelerate the stabilization of the global oil market through voluntary production adjustments. The endorsement of the Charter of Cooperation, various speakers says, underscores the core principles of transparency, equity and fairness which underpinned OPEC's interactions with its non-OPEC oil-producing partners. Manuel Salvador Fernandez, People's Minister of Petroleum Venezuela, and the Minister of Energy of the Russian Federation, Alexander Novak, reiterated member countries' resolve to sustain the market through secure supply to consumers.
Sus implicaciones en el mercado petrolero.
In view of the underlying large uncertainties and its potential implications on the global oil market, the 6th OPEC and non-OPEC ministerial meeting decided to extend the decision taken on voluntary production adjustment for 9 months.
At the same time, I would like to underscore the fact that each single nation of the 24-nation group has its own independent and extremely valuable opinion, and any decision taken cannot be taken without the acceptance of all countries. So each opinion is equal in value.
We were also conscious of the fact that this one variable of stocks of inventory was the culprit. And to be able to return this equation to balance, it was beyond OPEC. So we needed to go outside of OPEC to reach out to other producers, to persuade them and convince them with the data to come on board and work with us. And this we were able to achieve. And we have these 24 countries now and probably growing. And these countries have agreed yesterday and today, ratified today, to have a charter of cooperation that would institutionalize this partnership into a Catholic marriage, if you like.
The 6th OPEC and non-OPEC ministerial meeting is resolved to build on success achieved with the Declaration of Cooperation, now more permanent as a charter.
To further discuss the economic implications and benefit of decision taken by the Organization of Petroleum Countries, OPEC, to extend production cuts until March 2020 during the 6th OPEC and non-OPEC ministerial meeting is an oil and gas expert, Jude Tabai. Welcome to Business Express.
Thank you.
Now, with all the intrigues playing out, when it comes to stabilizing price and the charter that was just signed, what should the responsibility of Nigeria be?
Well, first and foremost, as a nation, protecting what we have and making sure we increase more on production is number one. You know, I think we need to commend those who have done it possible to make sure that this OPEC cut is retained. Because if that's not done and production is cut, that brings more money to the nation. But with the way it was going before, it was not followed up with intensive support from the various OPEC nations.
Let me come in here. So which way should it have gone?
No, definitely the way it is now. It's better now the way it is. Because the way it is now, that means there's more funds for OPEC nations. If not for this production cut that has increased, that has at least stabilized the price of crude oil, then, you know, as a nation that is solely dependent on oil, it has been disastrous. We as a people, we as a country, we have a right to protect, stabilize the Niger Delta region, and everything that has to do with oil facilities to make sure they are properly guided. The government, as a government, have to make sure that all indices that are in place to make sure things are properly secured to maintain this stability is paramount to Nigeria and other nations.
Jude Tabai, an oil and gas expert, thank you for sparing time to join us on Business Express today.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Pleasure's mine.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, is set to introduce the incorporated joint venture model to replace all the joint venture exploration and production projects. The group managing director of the NNPC, Dr. Mekantibaru, at the Nigeria Oil and Gas Conference disclosed that the move is part of efforts to surmount cash call challenges and put upstream sector on a path of sustainable growth.
With the significance of it, it opens a whole vista of things for us as the industry. Because we came in a time when there was mutual suspicion, depressed mood, uncomfortable behaviors, and almost anything goes. And money is about the most difficult thing to go in between you and your partners.
Meanwhile, contrary to claims by the petroleum marketers that they had no access to foreign exchange for imports, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, says the Central Bank of Nigeria provided about $3.6 billion foreign exchange to oil marketers to import petroleum products into the country. The Chief Operating Officer downstream of the NNPC, Henry Inkem Obu, said the claims by the marketers that their inability to import petroleum products was due to problems related to access to foreign exchange was not true, while noting that Forex intervention scheme, which was rolled out by CBN and co-managed by the NNPC, has been extremely successful. Henry added that since the scheme was set up, NNPC has received applications from marketers for $7.2 billion worth of foreign exchange. Now, let's take a look to the foreign exchange market. News just reaching us indicates that President Muhammadu Buhari will Saturday depart Abuja for Niamey, Niger, to attend the Africa Union Summit scheduled to hold July 7th. A statement by Femi Adesina, special advisor to the president on the media and publicity, says the president will be participating in the 12th extraordinary session of the Assembly in Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement and the first mid-year coordination meeting of the AU and the regional economic communities. The president will sign the AfCFTA agreement. Now to the Nigerian Stock Exchange. The NSE share index declined at the end of trade. It depreciated by 0.10% to close at 29,270.95 basis points, with market capitalization at 12.9 trillion naira. A total of 298.4 million equities exchanged hands in 3,377 deals worth 1.8 billion naira. At the end of the day, the banking sector led the decliners. Corn oil topped the gainers, while WAPCO was the most sought after. Gold prices edged higher on Friday and were on track for a 7th consecutive weekly gains as investors awaited U.S. employment data that could influence expectations about aggressive policy easing by the Federal Reserves. Ahead of the 25th Nigeria Economic Summit, the Ministry of Budget and National Planning has inaugurated a joint planning committee to facilitate the smooth staging of the summit. Olayinka Ojo reports.
The United Nations recently projected that Nigeria will double by 2050 to 410 million, making Nigeria the third most populous nation in the world. This has far-reaching implications on economic growth and development. The question now is, what kind of Nigeria would you like to see by the year 2050?
Nigeria that will be technology-driven, that will cater for the population ahead of us.
Because that is what most of the countries are using right now. They're using technology to make their country a better place.
In Nigeria, that everything will have been conquered. Housing would have been conquered, hunger would have been conquered, and even job would have been conquered as well.
With the issues of maximizing the demographic dividend for the growth and development of the country, as well as mobilizing and attracting needed investment and the development and deployment of human capital to achieve higher productivity key, these experts believe it is imperative to look at the future and stimulate long-term economic plan for the country, since the lifespan of the economic recovery and growth plan will end next year.
The engagement should be sustained, particularly given the enormous contribution it has made in shaping policy direction of government.
Only a competitive private sector economy can achieve a rising standard of living.
Being the largest economic summit in the country, the annual Nigerian Economic Summit, which started in 1993, is the premier public-private platform for dialogue between the federal government and the private sector. It is the hope of the likes of Sonia, Brown, and Neka that the journey of the kind of Nigeria they want to see by the year 2050 begins from now.
European stocks trade slightly lower as investors await U.S. job data. Bosede Abel has details.
Global market focus have adjusted to U.S. non-farm payrolls and unemployment data expected on Friday. A Reuters poll indicates that the non-farm payrolls are expected to have risen by 160,000 in June compared to 75,000 in May. A weaker than expected figure could increase bets that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates at its meeting on July 30 and 31. Trading for 5th July, the U.S. stock index futures pointed to slightly mixed open as investors focus on the release of key job data. Futures on the S&P 500 and Nasdaq Composite traded in opposite directions. European stocks traded lower as investors await the release of key U.S. non-farm payroll reports, which may provide an indication as to whether the Federal Reserve is likely to cut interest rates at July's monetary policy meeting. Meanwhile, in Asia, stocks were lower ahead of the release of the U.S. non-farm payroll reports. Shanghai Composite up 0.19%, Nikkei added 0.2%, and the Hang Seng Index was 0.1% lower as of its final hour of trading, while African stocks were mostly negative. And that's it on Business Express for this week. You can access all previous episodes on YouTube, and you can also communicate with us on Twitter, and the handle is NTA News Now. Don't forget the hashtag BizX. We value your feedback, so keep them coming. Until we come your way again Monday, I am Amina Nujaim. Have a lovely weekend.
ABN, celebrating Africa's rich cultural heritage.
Wonderful, that is your name. Lord, you're too sweet, oh, to me in every way. You gave me life, joy, peace, and hope. Oh, how I love, oh, calling your name. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I say I know, but ó dáwọ́ ìjì dúró. Nígbà tí ogun lé, bàbá mi gbé mi níjà. Nígbà tí jí ayé lé, ó dáwọ́ ìjì dúró. Nígbà tí ogun lé, bàbá mi gbé mi níjà. Mo jẹ́rìí rẹ̀ o. 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 Mo jẹ́rìí rẹ̀ o.
Whose report shall I believe?
I have seen Jesus.
Favor, mercy, goodness follow me.
Goodness follow me. Amen.
Them say nah casting down. For me now moving up.
Amen.
My case is different, more but there's a moving up.
Amen.
I trust you.
You are Lord.
I know you God. Hey, I got
You are Lord.
dependable, reliable.
Oh yeah.
They do not let God do it, Lord. Stronger, wiser, greater, brighter. More than enough. More than enough. My trust is in you. My hope is in you. Confidence in you. Rock of faith is clap for me. You're my guarantee. Hosanna, what you say you do, what you do is good.
Good evening and welcome to Nationwide on the network service of the NTA. I'm Naja'atu Tijani. We begin with the Presidential Election Petitions Court, which has admitted in evidence the certified true copies of documents obtained from the Independent National Electoral Commission by the People's Democratic Party and its candidate Atiku Abubakar regarding the conduct of the February 23 presidential election. The petitioners in this matter, through their counsel, have so far tendered documents relating to the election in 7 states. Dele Atumbi reports.
The resumed sitting of the Presidential Election Petitions Court, counsel to the PDP and its candidate Atiku Abubakar, Levi Uzogu, SAN, told the court of their intention to review the process of tendering their documents from local government to local government and state by state to fast-track the process. Before this request, the PDP and its candidate have tendered the document for 2 states, Niger and Yobe. This request was not objected to by the counsel to the respondents, which are the Independent National Electoral Commission, President Muhammadu Buhari, and the All Progressives Congress. So far, the PDP and its candidate have tendered documents concerning the presidential election for 7 states. The states are Niger, Yobe, Katsina, Kebbi, Borno, Jigawa, and Gombe. The documents tender are Form EC8C, EC8B, and EC8A, as well as the receipts for the certification of the documents. Counsel to the Independent National Electoral Commission, Ustaz Usman, SAN, objected to the admissibility of the documents. Counsel to President Muhammadu Buhari, Mike Igbokwe, SAN, and APC Charles Edosonwan, SAN, also objected to the admissibility of all the documents tendered by the petitioners, with the attachments which the counsel described as containing editorial judgments by the petitioners. Counsel to the respondents, however, said they will adduce reasons for their objections in their written final addresses. The PDP and its candidate are challenging the victory of President Muhammadu Buhari in the February 23 presidential election. PDP and its candidate have 10 days to call their witnesses as agreed by all the council in the matter, while the respondents have 6 days each to also call their witnesses. Counsel to the petitioners, Liviu Zogo, SAN, had informed the court that the petitioners intended to call 400 witnesses in the matter. In Abuja, Dele Atumbi, NTA News.
In the meantime, the Supreme Court of Nigeria has upheld the election of Gboyega Oyetola of the All Progressives Congress as the governor of Osun State. The court, in a majority decision of 5-2 justices, dismissed by a split decision the appeal filed by the People's Democratic Party's Ademola Adeleke against the election of Oyetola. Judiciary correspondent Femi Okewu reports.
The judge